up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a series for 12 days for the season. In celebration of the season, I'm doing 12 days of foundation. I was inspired by Too Much Mouth here on YouTube. She does a series, I think twice throughout the year, 12 days of foundation. But I wanted to do 12 days of foundation for the season because, you know, on the 12th day of Christmas, won't you look at me? I change in the pantry. You know what I mean? For this series, the next 12 days, I will be reviewing a foundation every single day. Every day I'm going to have a different foundation and I'm going to wear it for you guys and try it for you guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this little series. It'll be from the 13th to the 24th. My last video will be on Christmas Eve. So definitely stay tuned for that. But for today's video, we will be reviewing and testing out this foundation here. It is the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation Liquid Whip Longwear Foundation. I got the shade Blend 1.40. Foundation came out about a year ago, I believe. And it was surrounded by so much controversy because the shade range was so piss poor. This shade range was definitely more focused on like the medium to tan range. And they definitely left out the deep dark category. And the shades that they did include had the wrong undertones. They were super orange, super yellow. So that was really disappointing to see on Beauty Blender's part because they're not a small business. Like, you know, I'm going to be using their sponge today. It's definitely not a small company. It got started years ago. It blew up. They're selling $20 sponges. Like, they're making money. So they had enough money to invest in a good shade range. For their first makeup launch, I feel like they really should have made sure all their T's were crossed and all their I's were dotted. But they didn't. But now that the controversy has died down around this foundation, I am going to review it. Comes in super cute packaging. This packaging is so unique and different. Like, it is so different, and it has a safety on it, so like if you're traveling, you don't have to worry about this busting and spilling everywhere. It has a safety lock on it, and the way that the pump is set up, it pumps into this little divot right here, so you can dip your brush or your sponge right into it, which I think is super innovative and really cool. Hold it. I don't want it to get on my floor. Oh, there it went. Okay, so I did moisturize my face just with my CeraVe moisturizer, and I'm going to go in with this with a sponge on half of my face and then with a brush on the other half, because you guys know that I usually use a brush, but because it's Beauty Blender's product, I thought I might give it a try with a Beauty Blender. Let me go ahead and dip. I'm just going to kind of wipe it up because this, honestly, it's a cool idea, but it seems like it'd get dirty really quick, which kind of bothers me, but this is supposed to be full coverage, which right off the bat, I'm getting that. It doesn't really have a scent at all. I'm going to add some more because the sponge does absorb some product, so I don't want to. I do want there to be coverage because I have things to do today and I want to have a full face. It's not super dewy by any means. Like, I definitely could have gone a little bit more heavy-handed with my moisturizer today, but I was worried. That it might not do well with this foundation, so I went pretty light with the moisturizer. It's doing something weird around my mouth and around my nose. It's not sitting great in those areas. This I'm going to try with a brush now. This is the AOA Studio High Definition F3 brush. I'm going to pump it onto my finger and dot it on my face like I usually would. Because this way I have more control over the amount of product that I'm putting on my face. Like, I know exactly how much I'm putting on. So as you can see, it's buildable because this is the first layer with a brush and this is with 2 layers with a sponge. It's definitely a buildable foundation. My nose is not carrying this product well. Let me show you. Like, I hate the way that looks. Like, that looks so bad. Which, that's where I have more dry skin, is around my mouth, around my nose, and sometimes I'll get some dry patches on my cheeks. So it makes sense that it's sitting weird on my mouth and on my nose, but I don't like it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my favorite concealer at the moment, which is this Morphe Fluidity Concealer. I have been loving this. Don't you see how easy this concealer is to blend? Like, wow. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to use my liquid bronzer, my Tempue bronzer, and this ColourPop blush stick in the shade Mini Me. I'm just tapping out the creases in my concealer real quick, and then I'm going to go in with my Ciate powder since we got all of our cream products laid down. And just a tiny bit, tap the excess off and go right onto the under eye. Same thing with the other one. I'm just going to drag that powder down around my mouth and onto the forehead. Alright, you guys, so that's pretty much the gist. I'm going to go ahead and bronze and contour my nose, do a little highlighting, and I will be back to let you know how I think that this foundation is after I have my full face on. And yeah, and I'll also do check-ins throughout the night, things like that. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so we're back, and I did my hair and I did the rest of my face. I threw on some pretty little lashes. Overall, my skin looks really good right now. It's a little strange around my mouth area and it's still sitting weird around my nose. But other than that, like, I think my skin looks really, really good. So I'm going to be cheering tonight. I'm going to be sweating. I'm going to be indoors. I'm going to have a mask on, mask off type things. So we're going to see how this wears all throughout the day. I'll do check-ins before I go to the game in natural light while I'm sitting in my car, and after the game. So I can let you guys see the whole shabiz, and then I'll come back and give you guys my final thoughts. Hopefully this will be about a 6 to 8 hour wear test. I put it on around 2 p.m. It is 3, so I've had this foundation on for about an hour. Let me check and see all the information about this foundation. This foundation is actually on sale right now at Sephora for $20. But it normally retails for $40. So right now it is currently half off, which is amazing. It is the Beauty Blender Bounce Liquid Lip Foundation. Liquid Lip Foundation. Oh my god. Right, it is the Beauty Blender Bounce Liquid Whip Longwear Foundation. There we go. So it's supposed to be long wearing, it's supposed to be full coverage, natural finish, which I do think it's giving me more of a natural leaning towards matte finish. I don't think it's completely like natural. I think natural leans a little bit more towards dewy, but maybe I'm biased because I have dry skin. It has hyaluronic acid. It's supposed to visibly plump and hydrate skin, which I don't think it is hydrating my skin at all. I don't know. It's supposed to help create a It is supposed to help create a smoother canvas, antioxidant rich, with white birch extract to smooth and brighten the look of skin. I do think it really helped smooth out the skin. I think my skin looks so like smooth. It gave a very good canvas. It actually worked super duper well with the Morphe concealer, which I love this concealer. I think it's quickly becoming like my new favorite actually, which is crazy. I didn't think I'd ever have like a Morphe product in my favorites videos. It is free of sulfates, parabens, and a bunch of other things. It says, what else you need to know. The Silky Smooth formula was developed with an exclusive high-speed hyper whip process that is whisked into a light air texture for unparalleled blendability. It was very blendable. I don't know if it was unparalleled blendability, but it was blendable. The buildable, full coverage, multi-dimensional foundation addresses not just tone but also skin texture, so your complexion looks smooth and even. I do think it laid very well on my skin texture. As you can see, like, I have texture right here. I do have scars from like acne and things like that, so I do think it laid very well over my texture. And it was very buildable. Like, I don't think it looks cakey right now. I think it laid very smooth, besides right at the corners of my mouth and right at the corners of my nose. So that is the foundation info. Yeah. So I will see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so I'm in my bathroom right now, so there might be a little bit of an echo. Let me set my phone. But I just want you guys to see what it's doing at the corner of my mouth and my nose. That looks so bad. So I'm going to go try to remedy that a little bit. And then I'll check in with you guys when I'm headed to the game. And I've only had this foundation on for about 2 hours, so it's really strange that it's already doing weird things. But everywhere else it looks beautiful. So hopefully I can fix it. We'll see. Okay, you guys, so here I am. I'm outside in the natural light. I'm fixing to leave to go to the game and the sun is setting, so I wanted to get this before the sun completely set. I did my best to remedy the mouth situation. I don't know how well I did in the nose situation. I pretty much just wiped everything off. Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about this so far. It looks so good on the rest of my face, but this whole mouth thing is just, it's been so hard to remedy and to fix and to deal with. It's just a pain in the butt, but hopefully it wears really well throughout the night. Pretty much what I did is I wiped off like a whole section of foundation right there and then reapplied it with a smaller brush and just blended it out. But I shouldn't have to do that. I feel like I shouldn't have to do that. I've never had to do that. I've never had issues with foundation around my mouth. Around my nose, it's pretty common. It's pretty normal. But around my mouth, I've never had an issue with that. So it's really strange that I had that today. Hopefully it's not a struggle I continue to have. But yeah, I really actually like how my face turned out today. And I think it looks pretty good other than the mouth situation. So I will see you guys after the game. Okay, you guys, so I just got done cheering. This is my face. I think it wore really well. Let me look in this mirror. It's definitely starting to do weird things where I had my mask on, but I did have it on for quite a long time and I was yelling into it. So I'm sure that definitely didn't help its case, but on my forehead it looks really nice. But everywhere else it's kind of not doing the best. We'll see back whenever I have the ring light, but in this poor quality lighting, it's not looking great. But I don't know if anything would look great in this lighting, so I'll let you guys know a little bit later. Okay, you guys, so we're back here at the house. I'm so tired. Like, I'm so tired. But I had to do my little final thoughts on this foundation here by Beauty Blender. It is the Bounce foundation. I really love the shade match. Like, it's like my perfect shade. But also, I'm going to take a really close look at my face and see how it looks. So it looks really gross around my mouth. Like, all in this area, it looks really gross. But bear in mind, I was wearing a mask. I was breathing all over here. But I was also having trouble with this area earlier in the day, so I'm pretty sure it was just the foundation and not really the mask. So I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this foundation, but I know upon first impressions, it's definitely not a winner, but it's also not a loser. I think I just need to figure out what products work best with it, but as of right now, this is not anything super revolutionary that you really super duper need in your life. I think you can do without, unless you have $20 to blow, then go ahead and go get you some Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. I love the shade match, so I'll probably figure out how to make it work because I really like the shade match. And throughout the day, the finish got more and more natural and less matte, which is kind of weird for me because during the day, a lot of the times foundations will kind of cling onto my dry spots more and they end up looking like crusty. This doesn't really look crusty, it just looks foundation-y, like around my mouth and around my nose. And then it's accentuating the texture. I don't know if you can see all the texture it's accentuating. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed day 1 of this little 12 days of foundation. Definitely stay tuned for day 2. And then I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!